here's something, guys. All right, your boy, Zach Collins. We know that he talked about Wemby before, but now he's talking about him again. All right. Wemby's going to have to slap him like his bodyguard slapped Britney. Keep my name out your mouth. All right, let's listen.
Yeah, I reached out to him when he got drafted just to, congratulate him and tell him how
good
excited.
teammate. Zach Collins, put that out headline. Good teammate.
Yeah, appreciate it. I know how I felt when I got drafted. It was kind of like a little bit of a relief. You've worked so hard for your whole life, and I know how hard he's worked. So just to get that, I just wanted to make sure that he enjoyed that night because it only happens once. But then just to also tell him how excited I am to play with him, and he's going to help us so much. So yeah, I definitely reached out to him, and then I met him just a couple days ago. So. And
how was that meeting? I mean, like obviously a guy through the media lens, but just to see him in person, talk to him in person.
And can I say something really quick? I seen this argument that I thought was kind of silly, but I want to make sure that chat agrees with me on this. Okay, this is a little off topic, kind of. Wemby's the go-to guy day one, right? Like we all agree on that. I mean, I said before he was even drafted that he would be the best player on the team day one. We don't disagree with this, right? Like everyone in the chat, we agree. Okay, that's Canny agrees. I mean, I don't even think there's a question. Okay. All right, cool. Oh, Wemby's on the bench supporting the team right now? That's dope. Okay, we all agree. Okay, all right, okay. Just making sure. I saw some people like questioning it, like, well, he got to earn it, and I'm like, what he got to earn it? He's day one, like he's the day one guy. Like you're gonna be setting him up day one. What are we talking about? Okay.
Have that experience. What was your big takeaway? What was your first impression of Wemby?
So I told my friends. I know what it's like when you guys dap me up now or give me a hug because
yeah, you felt that. You're
man,
like, I feel small.
That man is huge. Like he is tall as hell. Like I'm not used to hugging somebody and like they're on top of me. Felt like a little kid. So yeah, he's just massive, like just super tall and. But he was cool. Like, I told him the same thing. Congrats, like, good to see you. And he was like, nice to meet you. But that was really it because we had, the vets had our practice. They had their practice. So that was really it. But, yeah, it was a good first meet.
This is going to be so cool, bro. It has been so long since we've had this. And what I mean is, like, a guy that comes in day one, he's the guy, and the team is basically an all by him. And he just has to do, like, not do all the work, but he's going to be the go-to guy during games. Like, that's going to be your main priority. Get him going. Like, we haven't had that since Duncan. I mean, Duncan was like that day one. Everyone was in awe. It didn't matter how old the veterans were on the team because he was surrounded around veterans. They knew he was the guy. He earned it really quickly. And it's going to be cool to see the same thing with Wemby. Because even though... obviously Kawhi Leonard became a superstar, that wasn't the case. It was like a very huge gradual shift. And that was another thing too. Like, I know a lot of people kind of use the argument of, well, dude, I mean, you can get a superstar later in the draft, or you can get a superstar in the middle of the first round or whatever. I mean, look at Jimmy Butler, look at Jokic, look at Manu, look at Kawhi even. And it's like, bro, that's 1 in a trillion. All right. We were so ahead of our time with Manu and the Tony picks. But I guarantee you, if Manu Ginobili was like, let's say he was younger today, he would be a lottery pick. Like people would know, like they would see it. They would know he would be a lottery pick. It's just the Spurs were so ahead of their time at that point. So you need guys like this. You need that first overall pick. Or maybe top 5 pick, but usually that first overall pick, and then he's the guy. It's very rare. I know we got a few in the league where it's like, oh my God, even Giannis, but it's like, no, it's rare. Okay, most guys that are superstars are in that top 5 range. All right, yeah, these scouts aren't stupid, so it's just nice that we're gonna be able to sit back and actually see him be the guy number 1. I mean, he's just built different. Speaking of number 1, fun fact, I don't know if you guys knew this, but he actually said that he chose number 1 because that's all you can be. You can only be number 1. There is no 2. Pretty cool. Any thoughts, chat, about what Zach Collins said? Doesn't seem like you guys have any thoughts about it. Just pretty basic stuff. There's no other choice but one. You're right. Exactly. Kawhi was 2. Exactly.